welcome to Titanium Taurus Tarot, and today I'll be doing a reading for Aquarius, okay? So this is for any placement of Aquarius you have in your chart. If you do, great. If you don't, great as well. You probably have a message in here for you, so keep an ear out. And if you are a cross-watcher, I welcome you with open arms, because heaven knows I was a cross-watcher for many video myself, so I get you and I got you. Now, I used Radleigh Valentine's Fairy Tarot deck, and I will also mention when it is time for you to utilize your intuition if it comes up. And with that being said, my gorgeous Aquariuses, let's get into the cards. So the first set, okay, starts off with the release card pointing towards the right. Now, cards pointing towards the right to me mean that they're happening quickly or they're happening in the future. How deep a future, I have no idea, but if you continue doing what you've been doing up to this point, it's definitely going to come to pass. Alright, you're going to have to let something go, because this is, it says release, but it is actually the death card in this deck, which is scorpionic energy, which talks of letting go of the past, an ending that makes way for new opportunities, time to move on, which is amazing. Then you have unity, which is Tauran energy, which talks of do the right thing for the right reasons, compare traditional versus new approaches to see which works for you, a spiritually minded community. Unity would be the equivalent of the Hierophant in this deck. Yeah. Now, the next card is the Ten of Spring. Now, the Ten of Spring is being weighed down by too many responsibilities. Basically, it's what happens every single time you start something new. It's the whole idea that you have a lot to learn, you have a lot to notice, you have a lot to process. So feeling like you have too much happening at once is a part of that, right? Then you have the Strength card, which is Leo energy, which talks of having the strength, the grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges, the power of kindness and forgiveness, time to embrace how wonderful you are. It is you realizing that you have what you need to be a success in this case, and you just utilizing that to the best of your abilities. And once you tap into that strength, you will be able to move into the Ten of Summer, which is the Ten of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment and living a life that you love. It says an emotionally fulfilling life with family or friends, raising children wisely, people you can trust. Yeah. Going in the right direction, my lovelies. Then you have the Six of Winter. Now the Six of Winter, alright, talks of positive changes are on their way, a welcome relief from troubled times, traveling or relocating. This is going from choppy waters and moving into calmer waters, which is great. Yes. Yes, it is great. So it's everything, at least in the first set, things are going in your favor, which is good, right? Next, for the second set, you have the Four of Winter, which talks about going within and figuring out what you need to do next, okay? Yep. It says set aside your concerns for now. You can make a decision later. Solutions that come from meditation, the need for more sleep, or a vacation. Then you have the Seven of Autumn. Now the Seven of Autumn, alright, talks of have patience and don't worry. Take time to rest and plan your next steps. A prudent investment in time and money. Which is great. The time that you're taking to figure out what you need to do is going to allow the fruit of your labor to flower and germinate and bear fruit, right? And so while you wait, become assertive. Don't back down from what you believe, which in this case, waiting for your fruit to give. In Armenian, we say perk. It would be to bear bounty, right? To give bounty, and courageously stand up for your convictions. Well, it actually says for yourself while you wait for your bounty. And while you wait and while you are trying to be assertive and like not allowing people to walk all over you, you need to learn to balance or temper people's opinions of what you're doing, right? In order to be able to live a harmonious life in community. Now, the balance card is actually the temperance card in this deck. It says take everyone's input into consideration, merge viewpoints to create a better solution. Take your time. There's no need to rush. Which is great. Which is a very good thing, yeah. Yep. Next you have life experience. Now life experience, alright, talks of let go of belief systems that no longer work for you, an important life-changing event, a situation that leads to significant opportunities. This is the Tower card in this deck, and it basically says that, things are about to change for the better or for worse, but something is going to crumble from the foundations, which is what the Tower card signifies. Then you have the Three of Spring. Now the Three of Spring, alright, talks of plan your next steps with an eye to the long term, have patience, there are more good things to come, satisfaction from a job well done. So now that your tower has fallen to bits, alright, you need to rebuild, and you need to rebuild from the foundation up. And if you want to do that, you have to have depth of vision, meaning that you have to be able to foresee what you want to create and plan accordingly. Okay? Let me write that down. Depth of vision. Very important. Everybody needs to have the ability to have a depth of vision. Right? Even actors have depth of vision. Right? Everybody needs to have depth of vision. Not just them, but everybody needs to have depth of vision. Right? Bakers can see a wonderful cake out of the ingredients that they have. A cook can do the exact same thing with a dish. They visualize it first in their mind. They have depth of vision. They see what that egg can become, or that fish can become, or that meat can become, things of that sort. Now, the next card for the third set, the first card for the third set, is the Eight of Spring. Now, the Eight of Spring talks of, successfully multitasking. Stress that comes from having many things happening at once, successful multitasking, sudden events or changes. Yes. 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 So, basically, when you are doing what you're doing, when you're doing your occupation, like if you're in a kitchen and if you're cooking or if you're baking, there's a lot happening at once. You have to be able to manage multiple things, especially if you're doing a like a 3-course meal or a 4-course meal, or different dishes have different times and different ratios and different everything, right? So you need to be on top of this, is what I'm getting. Next you have the Ace of Winter. Now the Ace of Winter talks of don't be deterred by challenges along the way. It's important to communicate clearly and accurately, amazing new ideas that should be implemented. Yes. Amazing new ideas that should be implemented. Yep. Then you have the King of Winter. Now the King of Winter is a knowledgeable, experienced, fair-minded, and an emotional person. And I feel like in order for you to be able to get a project to fruition, you need to be, to some extent, unemotional about it. It needs to be not a transaction, but it should be like, okay, this is what I have to do next, so I'll do it because this is what I need to do next. Simple as that, right? Because the King of Winter talks about get advice from someone professional and objective, public speaking, or unemotional relationships. When you have an objective that you want to reach, you'll do anything. And if you're really set on bringing that objective to fruition, you will to do it, right? Now, the next card is the Emperor. The Emperor is all four kings rolled into one, by the way, right? So it says, use logic and structure to increase your success. Get organized, firm with compassionate leader. Yes. Followed by the King of Autumn. Now, the King of Autumn, alright, is a compassionate, accomplished, charismatic, and gifted individual. It says, be assertive when it comes to what you know is right. Everything going your way, a firm and compassionate leader. Someone you want to work for, right? Someone you want to work for. Because you know that they will take care of you while you take care of them, right? That they will have your back in any situation because you had their back. Though for some reason you have the Nine of Winter that came out, which is the Nine of Swords, which talks of unfounded fears, focusing on worst case scenarios, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. What are you worried about? What are you worried about? So you might be worried about not being able to achieve the 10 of Autumn, even if you have the King of Autumn backing you in your corner. Okay, so you're worrying that you might not be able to. You're someone you're dealing with has this amazing resource, and yet they worry that they won't be able to see it through, even if they have this resource. I will let you know that because of that thinking pattern, they might probably not see it to fruition because they are worried. They're too worried, right? If they just concentrate on what they can do and what they can manage, then there is a bigger chance that it will pan out and that they will be able to reach the 10 of Autumn. Now the 10 of Autumn talks of take steps to ensure the financial security of your children or other loved ones, making wise investments or planning for retirement, honoring family traditions. Yes. Awesome. Yes. Now the next card is the Star card. Now the Star card talks of look to the future with hope and optimism, a power of faith to move mountains, happy changes that bring relief from challenging times. This is Aquarian energy, by the way. Well, the Emperor would be Aries. The Star is Aquarian energy, which is you. You're in your own reading, haha. Right? So you're just looking to the future with hope and optimism. And that will be a better way to achieve what you want to achieve. To achieve your 10 of Autumn, your wealth. And then you have the Queen of Spring. Now the Queen of Spring is a brilliant, loyal, talented, and friendly individual, which says believe in yourself. Wonderful people want to help you. Maintain a balance between work and home life. Yes. And you are doing so because you have hope that what you want will be coming to fruition. Now, the fourth set and the last set, okay, starts off with the Prince of Autumn. And the Prince of Autumn is a dependable, protective, chivalrous, and humorous individual. It says cautious but wise action, meticulous attention to detail, kindness to others. You are on point. As well as the King of Spring, right? Now, the King of Spring being the second king in this set. Yeah. Well, you have two 10s and 10, Aquarius. Anyway, so as I was saying, you have the second king, which is the King of Spring, who is an innovative, inspiring, wise, and theatrical individual. It says a financial windfall. Your leadership skills are needed now. An unexpected talent, an unexpected supporter of your cause. Yes. So you might be. I see that this Prince of, what came to my mind is that this Prince of Autumn is so dependable and to his, on top of things, that the King of Spring saw within him a lot of promise and he is willing to back him up in what he wants to create. Right, and then you have the ego card, which is the devil card in this deck, which is Capricorn energy. It says the illusion of being trapped, placing too much importance on material items, getting caught up in fear and worry. Like another significance of the devil usually is obsession. So maybe this King of Spring saw how obsessive about his work this Prince of Autumn is, and he wanted to take him on because he saw promise in him, right? And that's when the Prince of Autumn is going to fall in love or making a serious commitment to someone or something. In this case, it's something. So in this case, it's that project that the King of Spring would like to take him on for. Okay, so it says, yeah, don't give up. Your relationship can be healed. I don't know what relationship this, well, the relationship between because they are of different suits, so they might have a little difficulty communicating with each other on a day-to-day basis, the King of Spring and the Prince of Autumn. But it just says that if they work on their relationship, it's definitely going to get healed. Next, you have the Ace of Spring. So the Ace of Spring talks of it's time to take action. Be fearless and happily pursue your most treasured dreams. Amazing career opportunities. Yes. Amazing career opportunities. So this project the King of Spring has taken on the King of Spring has taken the Prince of Spring on to work on. It's totally going to give him a new beginning in what? A new project, right? Amazing career opportunities. It's going to give him it is going to give him an amazing career opportunity later on in life. Though for the time being, he might still feel like he's stuck between in between his head and his heart. His decision is holding him back because he has a little issue trying to please others rather than making the best choice for him. And that is why he feels trapped in the intellect and the mind, right? Because he wants to reach the 6th of Autumn, which talks of the good you do comes back to you, an unexpected inflow of money, borrowing wisely, or repaying a debt. Yes. And the ability to not reach that 6th of Autumn, okay, is what's getting this individual a little feeling under the weather, right? Because the 4 of Summer talks of being distracted and failing to see magical opportunity, taking someone or something for granted, discontent with life. Yes. So you are not being able to fully feel happy because there's something that didn't pan out specifically like you want, or it's taking a little more time to pan out, and that's a part of life, unfortunately. And just be able to see what it is and what you can actually do to make it pan out quicker. That's the only thing I can mention at this point. So, my gorgeous Aquariuses, that is all that I have for you guys this week. If you like this and if you'd like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below, and it'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description of this video and my price. Now, like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell to be notified when I post new stuff, as well as leaving me a comment. Because I adore comments. I read them all. I might not answer all of them, but I absolutely read them all. And with that being said, my gorgeous Aquariuses, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye.